Hi, it's Bill Koenig for Straight Circle Martial Arts, and this is how to counter grabs. I want you to watch this one. It's going to be different than what you might expect. A lot of people, when they see counter grabs, they're expecting moves. I'm telling you now, moves don't work. Every time you think you're going to do a move, the guy counters you before you even think of doing the move, and it just ends up in a stalemate. It's more important you understand the principle of how to attack the grab so that you can defeat it early, and then maybe you can put the move on after the guy's in a weak position. So I'm going to start just 3 quick levels. I'm not going to get into this too heavy because of the length of the video, but I'm going to go wrists, elbows, shoulders, just to give you an idea of how you work with this. If I take the wrist, what I want to do ideally, if he grabs me, is I want to work against his weak point. I don't want to go against him like this because he's strong and it's a fight. What I want to do is I want to take my mass and my core and come to one point like this. Even if he grabs really hard, it doesn't matter because I'm taking my whole body and I'm working against this point. So when he grabs, I get him to a point. Now here's the deal. What I want to do is I have to move him. I have to use my body. Watch, I'm going to shift. It has to work together. You see how that hip and that elbow shift him like this? This requires no muscle whatsoever. If I want to go like this and I want to move him, I can move him with my body. I don't need to take him and try and press him and move him. Now, what I mean by counter the grab is when people grab you right away, what most people do is they struggle or they try to hit or they try to grab. No, what you want to do is immediately put him into a position of weakness. Do you see how he moved and he buckled there? It's very hard for him to hit me when he's in a position where he can't fight. Everyone thinks counters mean I try and immediately put a move on him. That's not the case. What's important is you step and you put him into a position of weakness first so that when you want to put something on, you can. So the other thing you have to understand is the whole body has to be involved in this. If I go like this, I want to move him, the hip and the elbow, right? I want to push. What I want you to also notice is the push from my foot. Because what happens is when I lift that heel up, I get that much more going up into the air. So when I do this, I want to push. So anytime he grabs me, I'm going to push into him and I'm going to off balance him, and then I'm going to go into my work. So let's say he grabs the elbows. Same thing applies. What I want to do is I want to turn him, see it? And I'm here, now look, I want to up. See how I got this push like this? This hip right here pushes up to the ceiling and connects to this elbow, which gets him there, which allows me to come through. So when he grabs immediately, I always want to turn him or twist him. If I resist him, that's when we have a stalemate, or if he's bigger, he'll beat me. But the minute I feel this grab, I got to move him. Same thing if he has the shoulders. If he grabs the shoulders, watch, same tip. I want to tip, and I want to move. And if you watch my hand, if I kind of point that way, my foot should follow it. What I find with people a lot of times is they'll go like this and they'll make the move and then they'll stop. But that doesn't help them because that guy's going to hurt me now. Ideally, I want to move right away. So the counter to this immediately is, look, I need to reposition him. Once I get him into a position where I can do something, or I can get him into a position to where I can hurt him, that's important. Countering is not immediate grab or hit. Countering is I feel the grab come on and I position him first. That position allows me to step in to start hurting him and go into things that are bad for him. Now, I can hear some of you screaming out there already. That's not real, that's not a grab. I know. What I'm recommending you do is you start with these 3 basic areas just to get an idea, right? Let them grab the wrists and feel it. Let them grab the elbows and feel it, and the shoulders, etc. In real life, people grab you, you don't know how they're going to grab you. It could be the neck, it could be the arm, it could be both shoulders, it could be one arm. It doesn't matter. But you have to start somewhere. If you don't start with the basics, where do you go? So start with the foundation of this and get an idea of how you use your body. And what you want to do is start, there's 2 ways, right? There's immediate. So if he grabs me and I immediately work into this, what happens is because he doesn't have a good bite yet, and I walk, I can extend my arm out to move him. Once he gets a really good bite, he's really strong on this, I can't push this because I have no strength. So what I want to do at that point is I got to use my body. And that's what you really want to learn out of, is how do I use my body to move him around, in my legs. Use those legs. Pump with the legs. Don't fight him with your arms. Don't fight him with your chest. Fight him with your legs. Come in, move him, set him, throw him around, play with him. You know, a couple other silly ones. Like if he grabs me like this, right? This isn't a fight, I get this. It's just an idea. Turn his hands in like this, right? Make his fingers touch. And what I want you to do is I want you to squat a little bit and just wave into him. Feel how the body pops. Don't fight him like this. Put him into a position of weakness and then wave. When you see these, right? A lot of times you see people go like this. And what they'll do is then they'll try and grab this. But why? If I grab like this, see how that little extra push from my hip? See him? Look at the turn I just got out of him. See how much more I got out of that? So by going like this, that sets this up to get that nicer. Use those legs and those hips. It'll make your job so much easier when you go into stuff down the road. Also, you know, you want to hit, that's fine. These things also help escape much easier so that you can hit. Move. I'm telling you, number one thing, move, twist immediately. Don't give him a chance to punch you. If I go like this and I move, that's great. He starts to beat me now or tackle me. But if I just fight him here, he's strong. There should be a movement and an immediate motion in his body that makes him weak to where I can counter him. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe. Please feel free to leave comments, suggestions, and share. Thanks for everything you've done. It really helping my channel grow.